Welcome back to another live episode. Today, girls, we are going to chat with our lovely, beautiful, very inspiring Kate, who's an influencer that always shares tips about how to dress your small boobs, how to embrace your small chest. And today we are going to also talk about experiences and just like a little girls chat with her to share tips on how to feel more confident, like maybe also some dating experiences that we always have because we have small boobs and we can share and relate to our history and things like that. So I'm gonna go ahead. Hello everyone, thanks so much for joining. I'm gonna go ahead and invite her to join this live so we can start. Kate is joining. All right, so thank you so much for being here, for giving us a bit of your time and day. Hey, babe!
Hey!
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm excited to see you again.
Good to see you.
I love your look. Damn, girl, you are always flawless.
I'm super casual today. I thought
I love it.
might as well keep it comfy.
I love it. No, but the makeup is on point.
Oh, thank you.
Dude, I just came back from the beach.
Guest here. We'll see how long he lasts before he gets.
Oh, that's so cute. That's so lovely. Alrighty.
How long this lasts.
So today, as I was telling the girls, we are going to have a little chat, like a very casual chat, because we always love to just share about our experiences, how we feel, how we used to feel about our small boobs, maybe some dating experiences or things that they can relate to.
Yes.
And yeah, we would love to to answer any question that you have that you comment here below. So feel free to just drop any question or like whatever you feel like sharing. We're gonna be reading it live. So I'm excited.
Yes. So please send us some questions. I would love to answer some for you. So I'm excited.
Yes. So I want to start by saying that tomorrow is the last day of our challenge, our self-love challenge that has been amazing. If you haven't registered, like sign up to this one, we have been sending 14 days content about how you can improve your self-love practices, how you can feel more confident with your whole body and of course your small chest. And in one of those days, we asked our girls, as part of the challenge, to let us know any experience when somebody commented on their body and how they replied and how would they reply now, compared to now. So I want to ask you some of these questions to you, Kate, so you can tell me how you would reply now to these comments.
Sure.
Do you think it's fun? Okay. So most of them were actually coming from family members. When somebody makes a silly, like a not aggressive comment to you about your small boobs and how you haven't grown yet and how that is not very female looking, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
But it's actually coming from, let's say, your mom or your dad. How will you handle these kinds of comments?
I'm lucky enough that my family has never put me in those situations. So I guess I've never really had to answer that. But I would say when it comes to any sort of family issues, if they say something that you don't love or don't appreciate or don't care to be like asked about or talked about, you have to set those boundaries with them. Otherwise, they're going to keep pushing them. So I don't really have a comeback, but I think as a woman, and I think if it's something that bothers you, you really have to set that boundary and be like, hey, I don't appreciate us talking about that, or I don't appreciate the comments, and I really would like to not you know, talk about it, or I would really like to not say these things in a negative manner because that reflects on me as a person and me growing up. And if they don't respect those boundaries, you really have to just not be around them and not allow that conversation to continue further. So you have to like really put an end to it. And so like no laughing about it, no giggling about it, no being like, oh, you know, that's okay, you know, don't allow it to happen
Don't minimize it. Yeah.
because they'll
Wow.
keep doing it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Once they think it's a joke, they think they can, you know, take a jab at it more than one time. So you really have to put a stop to those things. And I'm sorry for anybody that honestly has to go through that, because that is really hard and really hurtful for our self-esteems, and it really puts a big stop in our self-growth and self-love.
I agree.
So
I
yeah, I'm
agree.
sorry for anyone that has to go through that.
Yeah, and you know what? I want to add to your answer that sometimes people who don't share our type of body, like they either they are a man or they have bigger boobs than us, they don't know how painful that comment could be for us. So sometimes it's just better to communicate, as you said, and say, hey, you know what? This is actually hurting me. Because that was my mistake. I didn't communicate that to my family. And sometimes they were commenting or thinking, like, giving some small comments about my body. And I don't think they knew until recently that I told them, like years after, that hey, that actually hurt me,
Yeah.
and it was painful, and I had it for years inside of my heart, right? So it's important to just be open, as you said, and and let people know that that's actually a big deal for you, and then they need to support you in this self-love journey for sure.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Mm. So you go girls. You have to be a bit brave because it's very hard. It's hard for us to be vulnerable and to open about our insecurities to other people who is actually making mean comments. So it's very hard to do it, but I think that's a good step and something you have to do for sure to feel a bit better and to improve that relationship with your family or whoever is making that comment.
Yeah, and I think the second that you start standing up for yourself in those situations, the more self-worth that you have and the more highly that you think of yourself. So it feels kind of icky, it feels kind of gross to have to talk to family and friends like that, but I think your self-worth, your self-love, and your self like appreciation is way more important than those icky feelings of confronting people when they say those things. So just do it.
Totally.
Say it.
Totally, totally. And you know what? I wanna share also experience. That also happened to me with my ex-boyfriend. So I had a boyfriend for like 6 years or seven. We were like a long time together, and he never say anything bad about my small boobs. Yet I was very insecure. Like in the first years, I would not let him take off my bra. Like I was that insecure.
Yeah.
And whenever I asked him, like, what would you say if I have a boob job? He didn't say, no, I love you as you are. So that make my insecurity bigger.
Right.
The thing is that years later, when we broke up, I mean, we were just not together. Like recently, maybe 1 year ago, 2 years ago, I told him, did you know that I was very insecure about my chest size? And he said, what are you talking about? And I was like, are you serious? You didn't know that I was feeling very self-conscious about that? And he was like, no idea.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's something that people don't really understand or like
Yep.
get from us. We need to talk and be open and be like, hey, this is actually something that hurts me, so stop making those comments.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanna add to that. Not in the same like respect as what we were just talking about, but about relationships. And I don't know if you were gonna touch on this later, but about partners and stuff. And I get quite a few people that are so insecure around their partners, or
Oh yeah.
people that are going to be future partners, or like just men in general, or women or whatever. And they're insecure about their body in front of them. And honestly, the people that love you and that truly love you for you aren't going to care. They're not going to care what your body looks like, and they love you for who you are. And personally, my partners have never been like, whoa, 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 hold on, no thank you. Like, they've never been like, wait, no.
Could you imagine that somebody says that? That would be
right.
like
That's
that's
never happened.
yeah.
And honestly, the people that do make those negative comments, that are male, female, whatever, are usually just insecure themselves, and they would never get attention from you, or whatever. So they're saying those things to like poke the bear, to get your attention. But the people that truly love you and support you, and that think highly of you and respect you, they're never going to be like, wait, you are the complete package, but your chest ruined it all. Like, I cannot. They're not going to do that. So don't feel embarrassed. Don't feel insecure. Just, have fun, and, be free, and love yourself and love them and all of those things.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And you know what? That also helped me recently because I think that my insecurity when it comes to being with a guy in bed, it was because I used to give a look that wasn't real. Like I used to hang out with them or like going out with them wearing a big padded bra or like something that made my chest look bigger. So my fear was that okay, this guy he met me looking like this, and then when he took up when he will take the bra, he will know that I'm not really like that.
Yeah.
So that was my biggest fear, or like that made me so anxious.
Yeah.
So if that's your case, what I would suggest is that you have to stop wearing those freaking bras that make your body look not real. Like that's not you. And you need to know that being flat chested, it's amazing as well. Right, babe? You know that.
Yes. Oh God, yeah. You are stunning.
And so yeah, I think the moment when you show up as yourself, as your true self, since day one, that insecurity goes to the trash, like goes to the toilet, because you know that he already know you, and already knows how your body really is. So there's not gonna be any surprise or whatever. He knows that, and he loves you like you are. So it's gonna be so much fun.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree with that. The day that I ditched the add 2 cup sizes to your boobs bras, like those, no. If you're flat chested like us, they don't work. They don't do what they're supposed to do. The day that I ditched that like ultra padded bra was the most like beautiful, like coming like to myself type moment. Like I felt like I was honoring my true body, honoring like what I actually looked like. I wasn't hiding behind like a facade. And honestly, like who are we kidding? Like, why are we trying to look like something that we're not? Like, what's the point? Like, at the end of the day, it doesn't make us any nicer of a person. It doesn't make us any better of a person. It doesn't make us smarter. It doesn't make us more driven. It just alludes to this like illusion of what like being a woman actually is, and it's just crap. So get rid of the push-up bra. You don't need it. Just be just be you.
Yeah, just be you. And it's just such a great freedom feeling. That's how you say it. Like you feel so free about it. And yeah, learning how to love your small boobs also helps you to embrace your whole body. Like you stop thinking. That's what I discovered when I stopped getting so insecure about my small boobs and I start loving them. I start loving parts of my body, my face, that I used to consider them as a flaw as well. And I was like, hold on, maybe they're not as bad as I thought. And now it's like I actually like them. I actually like myself as I am. I don't want to change anything else. And that's so crazy. Like, I never thought I could say this and feel good with my body as it is.
Yep.
So it's just so good that you have to work on yourself. Yeah, babe, do it. It's so hard. It takes a lot of freaking time, but it's so worth it. And we're here for you to help you as well in that journey.
Yep.
Just by the way, saying
100%. You got to
okay?
surround yourself with women that build you up and friends that build you up and not ones that tease you. We don't do that. Get rid of them.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Bye.
Exactly. Awesome. I love that. I love that. Babe, I would have loved to have something like this when I was feeling insecure back then. Could you imagine? That would be so good to have like a community who supports me and understands me.
Yes, like I remember vividly, like growing up and feeling like I'm from a small town, like tiny. We had 500 people in our town. Like, yeah, 500, like tiny. And I remember seeing all the other girls around me, like going through puberty, and I was not growing anything there, just feeling so like alone. And I felt like there wasn't anybody in like the magazines or on TV that looked like me or us. And I was like, oh my God, there's something wrong with me. I am like deformed. Like I didn't like what on earth is going on? And I would Google it all the time. I would Google like, is it okay if my chest is flat? Am I not going through puberty? Like what's wrong with me?
Wow.
And it was so hard on my self-esteem. And I honestly wish there was like people like us growing up, because imagine the amount of self-confidence and worth we could have had from like the get-go and not learning it 20 years later. Like,
yeah,
it would have been so much nicer to have it, but now we can be those people and it's wonderful.
Yeah.
And now we can help people that feel the same way we did, and it's great.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? We do it from a place of love and with nothing in return, to be very honest with you. So yeah, take it as it is. I think that you can count on us in everything. You can always DM me, you can always DM Kate, or like comment everywhere, and we will be there for you all the time, like for you to share, to help you, because we have been through that. We've been through all these experiences. So yeah, Kate, I wanna know some stories about your kind of boyfriend situation. 'Cause that's a very hot topic. Like girls, as you said, they are very insecure whenever they are starting a new relationship or like they are already. So tell us about one that you think could help them.
Sure. So my love life, first of all, sucks. I'm just gonna disclose that. I'm just gonna say, like, I've been single for a very long time, but I can give you my rundown. So, like I said, I can assure you that men that love you don't care about your chest. Like I've had, people that I've dated or partners or whatever, and they think my confidence is the sexiest thing. Like they have never commented on my chest. They've commented that my tattoo looks thick as fuck. They're like, whoa, that
babe, I'm considering making one like that as well. So sexy.
It
so
is.
Sexy.
It's so hot. Oh,
yeah.
it's so yummy. So men love my tattoo, but they have never like commented like, oh my God, I wish your boobs were a little bit bigger. Like that would have made you perfect. Yeah. The guys that I've been with, and dated and whatever, they've been like, your confidence is what I am attracted to. This is what makes you sexy. Your style is sexy. Your personality is sexy. Like the way you move is sexy. You're like how confident you are and how like in control and powerful you are makes you sexy. And it's never been my chest, I can assure you. And I'm not saying that that's not a good thing. I'm just saying that they're not gonna care about that. They're gonna care about you as a complete person, and it makes me hopeful, but it also makes me not care about the future relationships that I have, because I know in the future my man, my boyfriend, my whatever is gonna love me for who I am.
Mm-hmm. I love that. I love that. Thank you, babe, for sharing. Um, I agree. And you know what? I'm also single as you right now, and I have been through recently some dates after breaking up with my ex-boyfriend like a long time ago, and that was the first time in years that I met new guys, and I was exposed again
Oh,
to what would he say when he sees me like naked,
yep,
right?
yep,
And as I said before, like I think the first thing that gave me the confidence to go through this like one night stands and not feel any shame and just be myself and be like, take my bra off right now.
yes,
It is that that when you are so open and show your insecurity like as it is, it just gives you so much confidence in yourself. Like for example, if you go to a party with like a deep V neckline or like I don't know, wearing no bra at all, it just gives you that power that you already step out of your insecurity and that you are showing yourself as who you are, and that will attract people, as you said, with your confidence. So yeah, all the fear or shame is actually gone by the time that you are in the bed. So
like you have to like almost like reverse it as somebody looking for a partner. What are you attracted to? Like for me, I'm attracted to charisma and confidence and people that just own it. And so you have to be that person. If you own the room, if you own yourself, people are going to be so attracted to that and so just
totally.
enthralled. So,
Yeah, and babe, you know what? If you don't feel confident, at least fake it. I know that some people say that that's not a good tip. With me, it worked.
yeah,
So at least in the first hours, fake it, and you will slowly start to understand it and like get it in your mind. And when you fake it and just go out with no bra at all, you will realize that people actually not looking at your chest with that face of like, what the fuck? They're
right.
actually like just looking at yourself completely,
Yep,
and that
exactly.
helps as well. So yeah, fake it till you make it. At
Yeah.
least my tip.
Well, the more you fake it till you make it, the more it becomes a habit, and the more habits you make, the more it becomes your lifestyle. So,
I
yeah.
agree. I love that. I love that. I think that's a good thing. And have you ever had any experience with a girl making any comment about your small boobs or your chest?
Honestly, not in my adult life. I feel like growing up, that was more so the case. Like, going through puberty, like girls making comments and giggling about like what my chest looks like compared to theirs or whatever. So, like, as an adult, I feel nothing but support from other women. Like, I'll be at a bar and I'll be wearing like a really cool crop top that I'm not wearing a bra with because you can't. And
Yeah.
I've had more women be like, "Oh my God, girl, you look so hot. I love you. Like, I
Love
want to be
it.
you." And I'm like, you can. It has nothing to do with being physically me. It has everything to do with the energy that you bring. So, like, I guess I've never really had a bad altercation with women as an adult, but more so like women complimenting the amount of confidence and like energy and
Yeah.
positivity. And so, like, you get what you give. And so, like, if you put out this like vibe that like you are confident and you're owning your shit and stuff, people will like notice it and compliment you on it and like put it back on you. And it's just
Love
great.
it. I love it. And you know what's the most powerful thing about that is that people will also get inspired, and then they will maybe go out the next day with no bra and
Yeah.
feel like confident with themselves because they already saw you last night doing it. So it's like you're making it so much better to the whole world. So be that person that
Yeah.
shares confidence to the world as well, not just for yourself, if that's something that you also feel good about.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yep.
That's so, so nice. And in my case, I think I also didn't have any girl that made any comment, not even in school, to be honest. For me, it was just a male opinion that was very hard on me. But I used to have a lot of friends that had also very small boobs, and they were very insecure about them. So I feel that influenced on me, like not seeing my friends being so sad and wishing them to be bigger, that made me question, like, are we like something, do we have something wrong, are we having a flaw here, like why do we want to change them?
Yes.
I think that was the start of my insecurity with my small boobs. So try to hang out with people who is not having that mindset as well. That's something that will help you a lot to not be stressed about your body in general.
Right. Because it is so normal, and there's so many of us that look like this. And I think if you hang out with the right people that lift you up, you realize it's not a big deal. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, why does it matter in the first place? It shouldn't. But the more that you hang out with people that are negative, the more that it gets in your head, and then you get in your head. So you really just have to surround yourself with the right people. And luckily,
Yeah.
you got us. You got us.
We are your, yeah, we are your friends. We might not be able to give you a hack in person or like talk to you very close to each other, but we are here and we can always support you in any way. I wish like we could be living in an era where we can teletransport ourselves. That would be amazing, right?
Yeah.
So I can just
But
go and
this
hack
is
you right
so
now.
close. Like, I am so glad we even get to do this. Like,
Yeah,
how amazing can it, like I wish that we had this like 15 years ago, honestly. Would have been so nice. But
I
I would
know.
like to
Yeah.
have social media where we get to talk to people on the daily, and video chat, and it's wonderful.
Yeah. And like people from all over the world, like there's no boundaries. There's nothing that stops us to reaching more people and to just connecting with others who are like us.
Yep.
And that feels very good to
It
know that
really,
we are not the only one with small boobs in the world and the only ones feeling down or like
yeah.
insecure about them.
Yep.
That helps so much. So yeah, do you want to share any other experience that you think that might help or like have a good moral of the story?
Good moral of this. Um, I really don't have anything in particular. I think that as women we need to lift each other up, and honestly, like, find the people that make you feel really good about yourself. Find the clothing that makes you feel amazing in.
Yeah.
Find, the brands that work with your body. Like, don't wear things that are, ill-fitting. Exactly. Exactly. Toddy McToddy with a body.
Yay!
So, like, work on the things that you wear, the people that you're with. Work on your mental health, work on your physical health, get into the gym, move your body, like, do all these things. And honestly, the more you work on those little things, the more that you become so self-aware in the best ways of your body, and you can really appreciate yourself and really give yourself the best self-love. And the more that you build your self-worth, like, up like a wall, like, think of it as a mountain or a wall, the higher you go, the harder it is for those, like, haters and trolls and negative comments to get you, because they're not going to climb that. They're not going to try to get up as high as you are. They're too lazy for that.
I
And
love that.
so definitely build that self-worth wall so high that they can't climb it. And those comments that they make, which will never go away. Like, I'm sorry, I'm going to be honest. People are always going to make comments because there's always negative, bitter people in this world, but they're not going to affect you in the way that they might right now or did in the past.
Yeah, I agree with that. And as you said, they will never stop. Like they will always come, and you have to just be ready and just feel and be your best self. I think, as you said, when you are so, I don't know, like in your elevated self, that's how
Yes.
I like to say it. They will never reach you, and they will never bring you down. You as an influencer also know that you get comments on a daily basis, and there are a lot of them that are negative, so you get used to them and then they are not that painful anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's everything is gonna be fine, babe. Don't worry if somebody makes any stupid comment. Like, to be honest, maybe they already had like a bad day and that's why they are trying to put all their anger on you.
Yeah.
Just take it as that.
Yeah.
Doesn't make it's just not worth to think about that. And I want to also share something about the wearing fitted clothes to your boobs. And this is not because this is my brand and I'm wearing the bra, but it's actually something that I just recently do yesterday. And I always wear bras like tops, okay? That's okay. I'm used to that. That's good. But I have never worn a bra, this bra in white, because I know that you can kind of see my nipple. I don't know if you can see like a bit of the shadow. And that's something that I would wear at home or like underneath a top or like a shirt. But I never felt that confident to just go out and know that I will have all the eyes on my chest because that will bring the eyes to my chest. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna just do it because I'm gonna go to the next level. I already wear bras tops, check for me. I'm gonna now wear a bra that is actually a bit see-through, so to see how I feel, how uncomfortable I could feel. And I just went out and just I didn't think about that. I would just open the door and get outside. Nobody said anything. Nobody was staring at my chest. Everyone was like so focused on my whole outfit and they were just loving it how it looked completely. So that showed me again that it's everything in our mind. And now I feel even more confident to the next day go and do something else that scares me, because I know now that it's just here and you can always overcome any fear or insecurity. So yeah, just go for it. Whatever is your next step, if it's going out not wearing a bra or if it's going out and wearing bralettes as tops, just do it because that's the best way to overcome that fear. Just doing it.
Yeah, break that ice. It's really not as bad as you think it is. You build it up too high in your head. It's really not as bad as it's ever going to be. So,
Yeah, and you have a very, very cool TikTok about it, like with when you went out with no bra, right?
yes, I did kind of the same thing. So I went out, um, I had this bodysuit and it's beautiful. It's white and
Yeah,
it's very deep V and it's
yeah,
a halter neck deep V and it's white, very see-through. And I was like, I love this so much, but I'm so afraid to wear it. Like I feel so vulnerable, so exposed, but I think it's so beautiful because it shows my tattoo and it's just so like looks great on my shoulders. And I was like, you know what? I am going to film myself going out with it on and see how it goes. And it was kind of like a little social experiment. I went to a farmer's market or something like that, or vintage market, and my heart was like pounding out of my chest. I was like, oh God, oh God. Like people are gonna tell me that I look, too promiscuous, or I'm gonna have a nip slip or something, or
yeah.
people are just gonna like stare like at me and I'm gonna feel so like vulnerable. And I went out and I got to the vintage market and I felt still petrified. My heart was racing because I had finally arrived to where the people were in the public and I was like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Like, and then I just kind of like self-soothed. I like tried to like calm my heart rate and just kind of ground myself. I, started looking through clothes and like doing the whole shopping thing. Nobody said anything. Nobody made a comment. Nobody stared. People just talked to me like a normal person, which is
Yeah.
what it should be like. And so I filmed it, put it on TikTok, and it blew up. Like it hit like a
Yes.
million views. And there were so many women in the comment section that were like, oh my God, this is my fear. Oh my God, you are so inspiring. You are so brave. And I'm like, first of all, so many of us fear this. Second of all, it's not brave and it's not inspiring. It's just you taking control of yourself. And we all can do it. It just takes that like moment to bite the bullet and break the ice and then we're all good. And after that experience, I started wearing more and more interesting tops and less I had less time like spent in a bra, essentially like a conventional bra, and now I just feel like I can wear anything and be okay
Exactly.
with
It
it.
just gives you that boost of confidence.
Yes. And people were honestly commenting on it, like, why'd you start off with white? And I'm like, because I can already wear a bra as a top easily. I already can wear no bra with like a baggy t-shirt easily. This is like the hard like challenge. And so I dove head first. And like once you bite the like hardest challenge you can get, the easier it makes everything else. Like everything else
Totally.
is a breeze.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's just that first step that you need to overcome. And then it will get a bit easier, I promise. I
Yep.
think so. I think so. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's something that you have to also work on every single day. It's not that I feel 100% confident every single day. There's always days that you feel a bit more, I mean, low, or like, I don't know, whatever is in your day, and it just makes you feel a bit self-conscious, and that's okay. We need to
Yep.
also highlight that we now, me and Kate, are feeling very confident with our body and our small boobs as well, but it doesn't mean that we never have like any insecurities about this part, or like we never think, I don't know, something not that nice about it. It always happens. It just, mine is like that, right, babe?
Yep. Yep.
It freaks us out a bit.
What do you
um
to get over those things? Like
yeah.
what something that you do that helps you when you have those moments? Do you have any like tips or tricks that you
Oh,
implement?
that's a good question. Yeah, me personally, I love to stare at myself in the mirror and
Hell
talk to
yeah!
and talk to myself. I love it. It's just like I don't know, I feel like I'm two person. Like one is the Carolina in body, like the person you can touch, and the other one is like the soul.
Yeah.
So I always try to, my soul talks to my body and say like, dude, what's wrong with you? You're beautiful as you are. Don't you fucking see yourself? You're
Yeah.
amazing. Or things like that, right? In a funny way sometimes, in a very caring way some others, and that helps. And recently as well, I was having another live chat with one of the like sex coaches here in Peru. In Spanish was the live, and she was teaching us how to massage our boobs and like give them love by just touching them and talking to them. And it sounds a bit weird, but it actually helps. Like giving yourself the permission to touch yourself and to just appreciate and say like, hey, I love you. Like, thank you so much for being with me and being healthy and being part of me. You know, you are beautiful as you are, and it really helps. You have to do it in front of the mirror as well if you want to.
Yeah.
So I encourage you to try it out. And yeah, I think that's the way I can boost my confidence in those low moments.
Yep.
How about you, babe?
I so when I have like a low moment or I'm not like feeling myself, I will do things that elevate me. So one of my favorite things is just like putting on a fresh fake tan. I feel good being tan. You know, like we all look a little bit more like elevated when we have a good glow to us. So I'll do a fake tan and I feel better. Or I'll go work out and I'll just see how my body moves in the mirror and like how I built this body for myself. And
Yeah.
or I'll put on a really good outfit and I'll remind myself like of when I feel my best and when I look my best. Um,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and so I just do like little like self-care things like
Yeah.
that make me always feel better. And I know that they'll work. Um, because, you know, sometimes you just need like a little pick me up to get you out of that hole.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I agree with that. That also helped me as well. And yeah, we were also talking in the challenge that sometimes we don't take a real time. I mean, we don't take time for ourselves and to take care of ourselves because we say things like, oh, I don't have the time right now to do it because I'm so busy with work, or like, oh, I don't have the money to buy whatever makes you feel better or like you think is self-care, or these kind of excuses, or like, I will do it later. And you have to realize that that is actually a way for you to feel better in the long term. And this is not like a selfish thing to do, because that's something that I used to struggle a lot. I used to feel that whatever I wanna do for myself to feel better inside, it was too selfish, and that I was not as important as my to-do list for work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if you relate to that, or like how do you perceive self-care whenever you think that you're not giving yourself that much as it should be?
I feel like we're, as women, like we know each other pretty well. I feel like we're both really busy women in general. Like we always are working on something or preparing for something. And if you don't take that time to like pump the brakes and be like, I'm going to work on myself, I'm going to have like a pamper day or just go chill or whatever, you're going to burn out mentally, physically, emotionally, all of it. And if you feel like you're not giving yourself the time to work on yourself, how are you ever going to be better? How are you ever going to give more or be more? And so like take your excuses and throw them in the trash because nobody wants to hear it. Like goodbye. No, like we all have time to do something for ourselves, whether that's 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And if you say that you don't, you're lying to yourself. Like quit lying to yourself. Like you got time. We all have time. And honestly, we have to be more, I want to say selfish. We need to spend more time on ourselves. We give way too much energy to other people. And we forget that we come first. Yeah. We're living on this planet for ourselves. And in order to help others, we need to be our best selves. So take that time. Like that's if you true. Feel like you need it, take it. Take it all.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, babe. Thank you so much for. Hey, my friend just joined. Are you at the beach, babe? No, it's not my friend. I'm talking to my friend. Sorry. Okay, I just want to have one last topic before we close this girls' chat, and is that I used to have a lot of questions when my girls used to tell me like, how can I do when I feel jealous of other women who have a bigger chest? Like, how can you deal with those negative thoughts? How can you change that mindset?
I think we need to change the words that we use. Instead of being jealous, we can be appreciative of different body types. Because let's say we're at a public event or a mall, or we're at going to the club or a bar or something, and we see somebody that's beautiful that walks by or that really attracts us. You know, maybe it's their confidence or charisma or their outfit or their looks or whatever it is. We can appreciate somebody that is beautiful. And I don't think that we realize how many times that we are also the women that people see that are beautiful. Like how many people have seen us walk by that are like, wow, that's a beautiful woman. But they don't tell us because we don't tell them every time. And we need to remember that there's so many people that see us in our elements and are just as jealous of us. Like we all want things that we don't have, and we have to be appreciative of what we do have, because like the grass is always greener on the other side. Well, just we need to just love what we have, because everybody, you know, gives compliments, you know, in our head or out loud to other people, and we are also receiving them, and we need to remember that we also get them too. So don't try to change yourself because just because somebody has, you know, bigger boobs doesn't mean that they're any, you know, kinder or smarter or more driven or more affectionate,
more attractive,
or more attractive or anything. And so like don't feel jealous, but just appreciate. I would say appreciate more people. Tell them, you know, why you think they're amazing instead of being jealous, because people
Yeah.
are probably doing the same thing back to you.
Totally. And you know why I remember this situation is that one girl, she DM us and told us that she was in her Valentine's date with her boyfriend, and the waitress was actually a girl who had like bigger boobs, and the boyfriend stayed like staring at her, and she felt uncomfortable. So she asked us, what would you do? Like, how can I deal with this situation? Um, so it was hard for us to reply to her on DM. So that's why we decided to talk to you about this
Yeah.
here in live. So what would you tell to your boyfriend then? Or how would you deal with this?
I would, as long as there was no like shady type of interactions or anything, I would just be like, she's a beautiful woman. Like, I appreciate what she looks like. I think she's gorgeous too. And then move on. But if you feel like there's something where like a boundary is crossed, or you feel like you weren't respected, and then you have to communicate that. You need to talk to your partner, because we all think people are attractive or whatever. Whether or not you're in a relationship or not, we're always going to be attracted to people in certain ways, shapes, or forms. And so you have to set boundaries with your partner, and also just from a perspective of like appreciating somebody, just be like, you know what, yeah, that is a gorgeous woman and whatever, but if they don't respect you, then you have to have a talk.
Yeah, and I want you also to remember, whoever is watching this and had a similar experience, is that if that's actually true love, if you are with a guy who loves you, you need to remember that he's not with you just for how you look.
Yes.
Like, you are a complete package, as Kate said in the beginning of this live. So it doesn't really matter if she has bigger boobs or bigger ass or smaller boobs. I don't know, whatever you think is more beautiful, because there's no one beauty, as we all said before.
Mhm.
He is with you because he loves you for who you are as a whole, like mind, heart, body, face, everything. So don't be caught up in small details, even if he I don't know if you saw in his face that he was staring at her. It doesn't really matter, because you are more than just your chest. There's no competition here. Okay, babe? So just remember that. And yeah, just move on. I will just move on, to be honest. Maybe have a talk with him, as Kate said, if it was too obvious, or I don't know, if you feel like it's something that you would like to do. But also remember that, so you don't are too stressed about it. Just chill. You're beautiful. Inside out. Right? Do you agree, babe?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yes.
100%.
Move
That's all.
on.
Yay! All right. So I think we had a lot to talk. We talked a lot today, almost an hour.
Wonderful. That was great. What do you guys
I
think?
know.
That stuck around. What do you guys think?
Oh yeah, babe. Let us know in the comments. Give us some love with the hearts if you like this live. I'm gonna anyways leave this live as always as an IGTV, and we're gonna work on also uploading them to YouTube, so you can always rewatch them every time. Because girls, they can also get some very good content on our YouTube fam that is also growing.
Heck
So
yeah.
join us there as well. And I don't know, babe, do you want to invite them somewhere else, like to follow your accounts or anything?
So I'm here on Instagram. I don't really know if you can just click on something on this screen to get to my page, but I do like outfits and just different photo, like confidence photos and like sexy things. Like my vibe is like edgy, sexy, powerful women. So like
I
you're
love
into
her.
that vibe.
She's my favorite. She's my favorite. It's
And then I
really,
also
really...
have TikTok. So uh, my handle is Caitlin Shervum on TikTok, and I have that in my Instagram bio. So my last name's really hard to type, so just go find that. But
Yeah, if you're into TikTok, go follow her. She's amazing there as well. She's amazing everywhere, but you can just
Aw.
get a lot from her everywhere in every platform. And yeah, let us know in the comments if you would like us to have another chat, if what kind of topics you would like us to talk. Like I love to talk, Kate loves to talk. We love to share love to you. We love to just help you in this journey. So we are more. I mean, I'm more than happy to do it again. I don't know you, Kate.
I love these little sit downs. They're so fun.
You are so fun. We are so fun. All the fun
Yes.
here as well with the comments. I can see all the hearts, so I'm loving it.
I love
Thank
it.
you so much, girl, for sticking with us for almost an hour.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Effortless.
Thank you. That's amazing. That's amazing. My battery almost died. Ah. Okay, so we're gonna stop the live here. Have a beautiful Saturday. Thank you again for joining us. Let us know in the comments below in the IGTV if you want us to have another chat. Give us some ideas of topics so we know what to talk about first and not just do it randomly like today. But it was fun anyways. Right? Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. I love you, Kate.
Thank
Thanks so
you.
much for joining, babe. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. You're the best.
You too. All right. See you in the next one. Bye bye.
See you guys. Thank you.